Yeah, big welcome to you, my dear Libra. And of course, always a big welcome to all the other zodiac signs that felt, particularly today in this full moon in Libra, to get an inspiration for the meditation for the next 2 weeks. Realizing where am I today in this blossoming, in this I show myself, because the sun is in Aries. And when the sun is in Aries, there is the spring is beginning. There is this energy that wants to go out and wants to show itself. And so the sun is highlighting the moon, which is in your sign. And you, Libra, are also beginning, you're also cardinal, you begin the fall. You begin like Aries, you have that equal day and night together. Together you are cardinal. You both begin projects, but it doesn't mean you end them or that you hold them. So you need other signs, or you need other energies within your birth chart that gives you the power to also hold a project. And so the story goes that the head is pushing the sun in the outer world into I want to show. And then here comes the inner mental aspect of being strong enough to say, I want to create a just world. I want to create a balance between the two pillars that now have become, from the high priestess, gray. There they were, black and white. She is looking at duality. You are coming into the center and you are unifying it and making it gray. So Aries and Libra coming together, and they're opposite of each other. 6 months. And they learn from each other. If this is a couple, they would learn tremendously from each other. And any relationship that you have with an Aries, my dear Libra, is good for you, because you learn how powerful Aries can be, how powerful this fire can be, because you can think and think and think, but is it happening? Is it being shown into the material world? That's where Aries comes in. So the yoga card that I did for Aries is meditation, looking deep within and seeing through the 4 directions, the 5th, the space that you are holding yourself in, and seeing that the cross behind here goes to Taurus, here you come from Pisces, here is that peaceful world with the little sheeps and the flowers and the bee, and the light that comes down when we understand the power of Aries. For you, I used a very beautiful position, which is both hands in Namaste, balancing on your tiptoes, on your own sign, you holding your own balance through the 2 palms in Namaste, through your own center, through Venus symbol behind you, and the Wheel of Fortune, the sun giving the clarity to that one thought, the 2 pillars that she has here next to each other is giving the power to the seasons of the moon, how precise they are, and that preciseness is she's using this understanding of how the moon is bringing us constantly into a shift, and of course the sun as well, but the sun itself is fixed. We are spinning in a certain way, the sun stays, but the moon is going around the earth. And then the people here who feel this big energy, who feel these creative sparks coming out of the 3rd eye that is pointing directly at you from the Holy Sword. So these cards I didn't shuffle, I pick them to demonstrate, and so is the Court card. The Court card is speaking to you, the Queen of Swords, and she's between the 12th of September to the 12th of October. If your birthday is before or after that, then please look in the description below. Then you have a different Court card as that energy that can mix, because I am a hermit as the major arcana, but as a Court card I'm a Queen of Swords, and I identify very much with this personality. So please look down below, I have listed them all. You're pointing the way, you're looking forward, you know exactly what you want, you have one bird flying above you and you don't really need anything. You, the watery part of air, because you are as a sign air, but the Queen is water. So you feel the emotions, that's why there are clouds, and you point the way. Now I want to know what's behind you, and it's not that you're just looking into the future, it's more that we see your right side of the face, which is giving an indication that you're quite logical, that you're quite with the right hand also you're holding the sword, but with the left you're like emotionally connected to where you want to go. The beautiful thing is there is a jewelry here on your left side, and it's really interesting. I cannot wear jewelry on my right. I always wear jewelry on my left. So maybe you want to observe that and see what, you know, if you feel the same way. So then you understand very much that you are this personality. So here she is, and I'm going to look further back through the old tarot cards, and the first one that I'm using is Oswald Wirth, and Oswald Wirth is part of the Secret Order of the Golden Dawn. So is Rider-Waite, which are these cards, and so is Aleister Crowley. And I pick these three because they really give us the power of this order, which created the Hermetic Tarot, which is all in black and white. I'm not using that. It's too... yeah, I really don't feel like using that one. So that's what it is. So I have the first row, which is the past, the second row, which is the present moment, and the third row, which is the future. So the card's becoming more modern. Also, I have a picture at the end of the video so you can look into it and meditate with this energy. The overall card that came out from Oswald Wirth is the Pendu. These are French cards, and this is the Hanged Man, and it's the number 12, which is a 3. Now, very interesting, in the German reading that I just did before this, I had the Empress, which is also a 3. But this is an evolution. It's almost like this is the continuation of the last reading, which was the Libra for the German public. And I can see that that is speaking to me as well, as someone that wants to see everything. And that's what you do. You are very much detail oriented. And that's why I feel so connected with her. I see everything. And sometimes, of course, when I edit the video, because I make mistakes or I sneeze and the microphone is not liking it, it's making a terrible sound, so I cut in between. And after I look at the video, once it's finished, I realize, oh my god, I forgot this, oh my god, I didn't see this. But it's okay, because it's we're growing and I cannot put everything in there. So it's okay. The next time I will see more. And it's not about that. It's about letting go. And that's what the over reading is telling me. That is like the Hangman is the pre-stage to Death card. And the Death card is Scorpio. And it's speaking to you now about let go. Because as you can see, he has 2 bags of coins in his arms. And one is 5 blue coins and 5 yellow coins falling out, which is then those 10 minor arcanas that we're working with. And you have in the red the white, and in the white the red waning and waxing moon. And you're hanging here upside down because you want to. And interesting enough, you have 4 buttons and 2 buttons here. So it's altogether 6, which points to the hexagram. So you're letting go of maybe being too detail oriented, which I am, and seeing the world in an upside down stage and becoming enlightened, realizing that the earth is here and the heaven is here. Because if I turn it, then you see how this is quite an oxymoron. It's quite like shifting and changing your perspective. And because the last reading is saying experiencing your infinite and magic power through the 6x9 code, 999999. And to be a living master is empowering. So seeing that and knowing that the Hanged Man is speaking to you directly to also let go of what we learn, how powerful we can become. It's not about, okay, I can just do whatever at that point. A lot of people, a lot of masters have fallen in that trap, and we got to constantly be in that awakening to bring ourselves into the inversions. This is what inversion looks like. And then comes Rider-Waite. The 1920s comes now, right? This is 1889. And here we have Rider-Waite speaking to you that the true cup, that the cup, the Ace of Cups, is when we let go and fall like these drops into the ocean of emotions, of love, on a full moon for you today, and continue the path of love through Pisces, through the last reading, which is saying to be a living master is empowering, but you have to continue the path. And this is the last reading, was the Sun in Pisces. And here you come and have Pisces and the Holy Grail and the full moon. This full moon is going to make you realize the deeper you let yourself fall into love, into the ocean of love, into this I am continuously evolving through love, the deeper you are able to understand who you truly are. You are the messenger of God. You are not only sitting here, you are not only sitting then here, you are empowered by also moving forward. Then showed up through Aleister Crowley, 1969, the 4 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, that is through Aries comes this power, comes this fire, comes this sexual energy. This is sexual energy. This is, I want to show myself. I'm opening myself completely. No holding back. And the stability of the four, the stability of Aries, the power we get. And as you can see, it's almost like a courtyard that we can get in here with the four pillars, with knowing that four directions. I can look deep within myself and understand the fifth, the space that these four create in the center. That is also, of course, Capricorn, Sun in Capricorn. That's like sometimes we're holding on, and of course the Ace, which is the tool for the Emperor. And then we see the Five of Cups, Mars in Scorpio, and you. An understanding of the five is always that moment where I come to Gevura, which is on the tree of life, to either I go to the 10 or I go to the 1. I'm in the middle. I have 5 fingers. So it's bringing you into sometimes also a sadness to realize how complex this world is and how empowering at the same time this world is. How this path forward that we need to move. We cannot sit and wait that things come. You also need to move. Like the moon is moving. That you are coming up as the Queen of Swords. You are here the watery aspect of air, because you are air sign, and as a queen you have water, and that's where the cloud is coming in. You're sitting on a cloud, you are holding the ego, the head of the ego, and the sword, and behind you you have this empowering star that is the sun. The sun is the star. Herman Handel speaks then from the Ace of Pentacles, the eagle, the beautiful rainbow around this beautiful element, the money, the spiritual money, from the eagle perspective looking at it. And then again comes the Knight of Cups. Parzival. Parzival is the one that's searching for this Holy Grail all the time for the rest of his life. And it is here. It has come to you. And it's making you move. And it's giving you wings. And the path, like this river, is infinite. You keep infinitely looking for it, and here you have this figure, you have Parzival holding the Holy Grail. It's almost like he found it. This is like pushing him forward. And of course the financial aspect of the material, the earthiness that is supporting the water is here as well. And then from the Medicine Woman Tarot, a very beautiful old Herman Handel is 1985, this is 1988. And almost 100 years later from these cards, the Three of Swords, Saturn in Libra, And here it's saying very clearly, listen to your heart. Listen to what Parzival does. Listen again and again to the night. Listen again and again to this love that is pure and never hurts. The true love doesn't hurt. True love is true love. And because you let yourself hang into the deep ocean of Mem, this is the Hebrew word of this card, Mem is the ocean, you are being called to awaken to a true love that is not being hurt by no one, that is there, that is waiting for us. And you get a glimpse into that on this full moon. You get a glimpse of evolution of love. You get a glimpse as where you need to go further, what you need to do, how you need to create this awareness that even love can hurt, the 5, or make you sad. And it's good because it gives power to it. Otherwise we became just whatever. Understand that sometimes even we're hurt, the journey continues. And it continues from the perspective of the eagle. The eagle is in Alberto Villolo, the 4th awareness level of our brain, which is the God brain. Moving forward with that and knowing you have the power to continue. You have the power to now go into the present moment. You know what you have to do, even though this is, the arrow goes forward, but the buffalo is looking into the past. And you gotta realize this is the mind, this is mental. So it is not the moon in Libra, it's Saturn in Libra, the 3 of Swords. Then comes the present moment of the Creativity Oracle. And here you have a peacock looking at you. And you're like, okay, what's going on? What do you want? What do you want to tell me? And it says growth. Feel open, willing, and proud of your desire to explore new opportunities for self-development, which is then the number 19. And knowing that you have all these old cards behind you, the message of love, the message of empowering yourself, the message of knowing that power needs the opposite of water, and it cannot be just fire, otherwise everything burns. We need together water and fire and earth and air for everything to become a harmonious mix that we look deep within to find then the space. And you are that space. You create that space, and you create space now in the present moment for your growth, the next cycle that you know you want to go, and you have all that behind you. And it's the number 10, which is then again the sign of the 10 minor arcanas, A's to 10, which are here around your head. You understand that this is a sign, because why do we have 5 fingers here and 5 fingers here? It could be, you know, birds have just 3. Some animals just have 3. Some maybe have only 4. I don't know. And then we have the toes, the 5 toes. So the 10 has a meaning. Every number has a meaning. And I'm gonna bring them together in a minute. So you go forward, and you are now seeing this peacock as an opportunity to grow, as an opportunity to see how much he's opening up himself and show the sexual energy that the fire or the Ace of Wands is always giving us. This is a sexual courtship that the peacock does. And the peacock can eat poisonous snakes. He's very powerful, he's very strong. And the Eight of Inspiration coming right after is giving you then the speed to, once you see this, you're like, yes, this is what I want to become. At the same time, the speed that you feel here, look what's up here. Now, I never seen that. You see, the thing is, you cannot see everything in a card, and that's good, because otherwise it's like, just to explain one card might take 10 minutes. But in the reading in itself, you see what you see, and that's exactly perfect. So the peacock opened himself up, and he's saying, I want to grow, I want to show up. And I've seen here also a little cat. But if I turn it around, there is a bird. See that? And the interesting thing is, to the Emperor, the Queen of Wands, there is always a black cat sitting there. So there's a little cat looking and speeding up, but two snails. You see that? Now, there is a slowness, but you for a moment get this push forward, because it's Sagittarius and Mercury. Mercury is about information, is about information that you receive through the sword, is about coming to you and bringing you to the star that you are. The star that is here behind you. See that? The sun, the little head of that child up there. But it's this like clear mental empowerment. And then comes 8-8. And 8-8 is a portal. This is your first portal. Actually, no. You see, it begins. I'm just going to put down your first portal was 1. 1. 1. And you also see the size of the cards. These are small ones, medium, and big. And of course, even bigger. This is showing you, he's first. He's showing you, let go, because everything is coming down. See the world upside down. See the world, how everything comes down, everything comes down, everything comes down. This is a law. This is the spiritual law. We go up, so then it will come down. The more we go up into that dimension, the more we will understand what's going on down here. So you have a 1-1-1 portal, right? And you have here an 8-8 portal. And through that 8-8 portal, which is the understanding of Netzach, which is your instincts, which is, but also in the yoga perspective, the Earth star. Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, you know what to do, you know where we're heading, you know that the future is looking up into the stars, knowing the information comes from above, and we empower ourselves through the emotions that she's holding dear in her hands. And again, it's the feeling of water, the layers of water that we see here. And then you get the tiger, you get the beaver, and you get the whale. You get a fire sign and you get 2 water signs, because you have the fire with the tiger and you have the Ace with the water, and of course you have the Pisces, of course you have the moon, water energy, right? So there is Parzival, there is the emotional aspect through these animals then speaking to you. And the tiger, the beaver, and the whale. Look at the whale. Whale is the last water animal. Very powerful, very strong. So I'm just going to give you the words for the tiger. The words for the tiger are lunar force, the third eye, as you can see, lunar force, ease in darkness, feminine energy, passionate, strong, sensual, very sexual, very sensual. The beaver, the water element to it. The beaver is speaking about hard worker, loyal, tireless, and family first, which is a happy and meaningful. He's always happy and has a meaningful work. And then comes, of course, the whale. Desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. When in balance, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. And this is what I see. You are, the theme is to dive deeper. The theme is to speak and see, even though you're working hard, even though you're connected with the emotions, with the moon, you're very beautiful human being that is now ready to dive deeper, that is ready to actually see the living master that you have become, to get that power, the hard work that you did, and you connected with the moon and the feminine, and at the same time you really want to go deep. You really want to know what it means to go really, really deep into the Ace of Cups. It's here. You are ready to want to know what deep, deep love means. And yes, you do protect yourself sometimes. The nine of wands. The 9 of wands that comes after the 8 of wands. You know what it means to be in pain, mental pain, doing too much. But you also understand that there is a wisdom, the 6 of swords. Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury in Aquarius is saying, learn, elevate, fly. It's worth it. Do it. Go for it. Because the fall, the equinox in fall, the shift, the change of season, the number 42, which is a 6, came upside down. And it's just because when we look deep within, sometimes we can see things upside down. But then you have pure nature as the 6 and the 7 moving forward. And there is a deep, deep opening, a deep, deep sexual opening happening for you, because you have the 2 sexual energies, the cup and the wand. This is the feminine and the masculine. And it's giving you the power to be sexually completely open. And that gives you the beauty of this flower. Like your whole body becomes this empowered energy, the whole body. And you did go through a change, even though if we turn it around, it's the same, right? It doesn't matter if it's upside down, because that's where the leaves, when they fall, they fly around. And the change of season has begun with Aries. Aries is the new season, is the spring. It's connecting you to you because you have your full moon in Aries month. And Aries has its full moon in Libra month. And then comes the future. And the future, we have here the companionship through the animals and the solidity, the inner core. Now, I can see that you connect and empower yourself through animals. You understand that animals are very pure beings. And it's liberating you in your mind, which is needed because, as you can see, there are all these hands, and there's an opening to the top, and there's this dove literally liberating itself, and you stand here in a new way of, we need to become one with nature, with animals. Animals are important. Animals are teaching us so much, and that is liberating you, because that's almost like they become your teacher. And you almost see that they become, through their natural way of being, you become also that pure natural being. And you're releasing mental things that may not work for you, things that you want to release. You are ready to release, particularly these kind of thoughts. The Three of Swords, that's like being hurt. We've all been hurt, and the hurt is making us more powerful when we get through it, and we can look back at it and continue ourselves to open up. So I can see that you like to be very much with animals, and you feel that animals give us truly a deeper awareness of how they function, how they operate, and how brutal they can be. I mean, it's not like animals are all so nice and fluffy. Animals, they follow the food. A lot of these videos that we see, these animals are there because you feed them. And we have to be careful that we don't create a dependency in them. Because the King of Cups, Scorpio, is here, and that is then the second stage of the Hangman. Hangman, then comes death. And here you have the court card of the King of Cups. He's holding the ship, but look what's in his belly. He's seeing the sharks. He's seeing deeper emotions are in his belly. And be careful, because the Five of Wands is sometimes this game, this playfulness. It's like a chess game, and she's the queen. The queen is the queen in the chess game, and here are all these men. So that you don't play maybe with a Scorpio in the future, that you don't play a game, that you are more playful, not to win, because you're the winner anyway, because you're the queen. You see, it makes sense to you, but if it would be a knight right now, it wouldn't work, because you would be the horse. It would work too. But it's like, it's different, right? So there's the horse, the springer, the queen here. She's the queen. She knows what she wants. And she already has picked one. But one hand is on the other. The right hand is on this one. And the other hand is on the other figure. It's very interesting because you're the empress. You are the queen. You're not just a queen, you're an empress, and you're holding the power in your hands, in both of your hands, and you know what it is, what it means to be empowered strongly here, standing in front of this powerful stand, the 3, connecting with this 3, the 3-3 portal. You have 3 times 3, 3 times 3, right, because of the 3. So I can see there, become aware that who you truly are by letting go of what hurt you, by letting go and continue searching for the love. And the last 2 cards are then the Earth Keeper, because she is the Earth Keeper. This is the number 18, which then becomes a 9, a completion. And in here, the Wailing Tree, which is the 59, which then is again the 5. So the 5 here, we have a 5, 5. There's another 9. So we have a 5, 5 portal. Connected with this, 3 times 5. So the sadness and the chess game is bringing you then to the Wailing Tree, a tree that is speaking to you. Not only animals are speaking to you, but also nature is speaking to you. Then you have the 3 here, the 3 here, and the 3 here, the 3. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 times the 3, which is then bringing you back to the heart and bringing you back to a completion of the Earth Keeper that is saving. And this is what you gotta look deep within, because this is what we are facing right now. The Wailing Tree. It almost looks like the tree is sad. The Earth Keeper, you have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big, with possibilities beyond your wildest expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. And that's what the Empress does, and that's what the 3 is speaking to you. See the world from a different perspective. Start seeing that the path of love continues. Start seeing that an Empress has power. An Empress is someone that says, and this is where you're going. You are becoming an Empress. And the number 59, I just want to see the words that they're using for the 59. Grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses, reconciliation. It means that you have to regroup, you have to start seeing that the Earth Keeper sees this energy and says, I'm here to protect that, because it's the number 5. I'm here to not play with that. I'm here to also see the sadness that the Five of Cups does, and helping the nature, helping the planet, being there for a liberation, a deep liberation. We cannot continue the way we continue doing things anymore. It needs to shift, and it needs people like you. Wow. I hope I see you in the next reading, because then the sun goes into Taurus. Taurus is money. Taurus is the ace. And the stability or the power that you got, and the ace that has come to you. Taurus is also an empress in its own rights, but Taurus is the earth keeper. So we're going to look into that and see what there is speaking to you. Until then, I wish you a beautiful full moon meditation. Namaste.